Hey, what up, though? Spotify, radio, YouTube land. This your boy Jay with the Exhale podcast. I know it's been a minute. I've been seeing the messages and read them, and people wonder if I'm okay. If I'm okay, how am I doing? And I appreciate that. I am okay. I am not complaining. And I could have put other stuff out, but I'm sitting on it, which I don't know why. I know that's weird. But I think that comes, I get my direction from the man upstairs, and he's been saying, teach differently, because you're picking up traction. People are listening to you. People are looking at you, so you got to teach differently. Maybe some of the things I describe, I should go into detail more. So teach differently. For those who don't know, if it's your first time listening, my name is Jay. I am a liver cancer survivor. I'm also a prostate cancer survivor. So I've been battling with this thing for a little bit. We had a few battles, still standing strong, I am also, which I haven't in a while, personal training. I am a boys basketball coach. I have a fedora hat business and accessories. I'm a project manager for Homeland Security, Marine. I have a lot of different hats that I wear, or have worn. So I get what the man upstairs is saying about teaching differently. So, but yes, I do read your messages, y'all. I am thankful. I am okay. And I appreciate the support. People are like, they missed the episodes, and I still don't wrap my mind. I can't wrap my mind around this, that people are actually listening to me that I don't know. You know what I mean? One thing about YouTube, you're either seeing me, or if you're on Spotify, you're hearing me, and I have no idea who is who and who's doing it. Not unless you put something in the comment, and even if I see names, I don't, or the emails, I still don't know by names. But I can go by what you say. And some folks I do know. I know personally for years. A lot of people also go on my IG, my workout IG page, and I was doing a whole routine on there, and I also have a Facebook workout group. I had like over 400 people in it. So a lot of people do know of me. And I'm humbly honored that people do pay attention to me. But in my mind, I'm a humble person. If you say too many things about me good, I would definitely shed the light back on you. I'm going to stop talking about me, and I'm going to talk about you. Because I just believe in that. Like, I know what I am. I know what I'm capable of. I know my power. But I never outshine. I don't want to outshine anybody. So if you ever say anything about me, I'll say thank you. But if you keep saying stuff about me, I'll quickly deflect everything back to you. So, like I said, I'm thankful for that. So I'll start off today's episode with when I went to the doctor today. I had a doctor's appointment today. I got caught up in one of these questions, which I don't normally get caught up in people's questions, because when people ask you questions, they really don't know the answer that you want to say. They want to hear what they're saying. They want you to say the same thing they're saying. So that's why I normally don't get caught up in people's questions or conversations, because when you say the real thing, I'm like, oh, you're either crazy, or like I said, they don't want you to say what you want to say. So, but I did get caught up in this today. A couple of old school guys, and it was funny when you talk to older people They have a different light. They shine a different light. So anyway, the question was about the 100 men versus the one silverback gorilla. Could 100 men beat one silverback gorilla? You know, and like I said, you just can't give me a question like that because my mind works differently. So you first asked a question. When I first heard this question a while ago, I instantly thought, who's the 100 men? What kind of 100 men are these? You know, do they work out? I need to know all these things. But you know, the answer that I'll be getting is just men, that random men. Now, the silverback gorilla is 350 pounds, 400 pounds, muscular, athletic, can run, jump. He can lift 3 times his body weight. He can tear shit apart. Now, do I think 100 men, can 100 men beat one silverback gorilla? Depending on what they're fighting for. Yes, 100 men, yes, if they all jump the gorilla at the same time, they can hold him down and beat him. Now, they all got the same mindset too. Because if all the men, or the first few to jump the gorilla, I assure you, that gorilla is going to fuck 5 or 6 people up off the break. He's going to bite them, break an arm, kill them. And after he does that, do other people want to understand what could happen to them? But if everybody the same mindset and they jump the gorilla, I think they could. And so then we start going to the next one about the bear. Well, you know, this is when it starts getting too much. Well, what I know, a gorilla can't beat a bear. A Kodiak or grizzly bear. Kodiak or grizzly bear, what, 700, 800 pounds? Can do up to 1,000 pounds. Can do wonderful things with his damn claws and teeth and arms. So yeah, he definitely could. So you know, I know I said the saying: if you see me in a jungle about to fight a bear, don't help me help the bear. Nah, you won't think about that, bro. I'd rather fight the gorilla than the bear. So that was my answer for the 100 men and the silverback gorilla fight. So yes, they could if they all had the same mindset and they jumped them. But if they try to go one-on-one with that silverback, absolutely not. Because he's gonna fuck a few up. It's gonna be a lot of casualties. I'll say that. So that was my joke of the day, if you want to say that. So now let's get caught up. So for those, if it's your first time, if you haven't listened to me before or you haven't listened to the previous episodes, I just completed a 12-week chemo. It's going 4 times a week. I am now on medication as of last week. I've taken 2 different types of medications up until Saturday. I was having excess bleeding from my private areas, and it was not just when I went to the bathroom, just period. Just, I would look at my underwear and had a lot of blood, so that was kind of scary and just like, wow, because I know what that means. You have excess blood. It's blood coming from somewhere, so it's coming from the tumor. So long story short, medication was too strong, and I had to get it switched. And I got it switched as of the other day. So far, everything is okay. It's strong. Makes you drowsy, thirsty. Like you sleep, but you don't sleep for long. I'm starting to have a little taste, so I'm eating a little bit more. It's still light. I can taste a little bit, so I appreciate that fact that is coming back. Yeah, so yeah, I am on chemo medication. I'll be on that for a few months, and hopefully, we're gonna put an end to this. So, like I said, today was a long time at the doctor today. I did a lot of tests, a lot of blood, a lot of X-rays. So it was a long process today. So I'm thankful for it. So yeah, that's the catch up with me. Like I said, but the original intent of this podcast, eventually you will start hearing from other people to see the light that their journey, what they're going through, and what they have experienced, and how they've been treated, and what they have gained, the knowledge they have gained, or people they have lost, or things they have lost. So that is the main objective of this podcast. But the first few episodes, the first 12, are about me. Like I said, I never want to offend anybody, so I always talk about me. Although I do get information from others, so but I still say me until you start hearing examples from other people. So I looked on the website on the podcast, and I got a lot of questions. And some people I know personally for years, and a lot of folks I don't know. And I still laugh because I can't believe that I have a lot of people who I don't know who listen to me, who will follow me. They go on my IG page and my workout IG page, or in my Facebook workout group, which I'll start getting back to that here very shortly. Some people I know personally from life, but it's a lot of people who I don't know. Like I said, even when you put comments, not unless you say exactly who you are, I don't know who you are. But it doesn't matter. Just the fact that people are listening to me is I'm thankful. So I think today's episode will be about the questions that I receive. Like I said, I won't take too long, and in the next few days I'll start answering. I'll get to all the questions that I've been seeing. But one of the questions that caught my eye, and I think this is what I was meaning when the man upstairs told me to teach differently. One of the questions that I got, basically in a nutshell, was saying that I did the same thing that you did. I ate the same thing that you ate. I yelled, screamed, and talked like you. But yet, nothing has happened. And like I said, I've been told to teach differently. I told you I wear a lot of different hats. And I have the perfect answer for that question. Why hasn't things changed? Because you told me what you said, everything that I needed to know. Now remember, I'm still going through this journey myself, but everything you said to me told me everything I needed to know. That you are a replica, a carbon copy, a duplicate. In other words, you acting, motherfucker. So you can't fake your way through this. Everything I talk about that I've done is because of what's going on with me And see, I got it in a place. See, if you can't do everything exactly like I do because you have nothing to stand on. Yes, I say this and I might show you this, but you have nothing to stand on. So you don't have it in the right place to stand on it from here and from here. See, because when the wind blow and shit get crazy, you ain't got nothing to stand on. But I do know about each individual that I know in life, all going through these journeys. You got something that's inside of you that's been eating at you, that motivates you to do whatever to break barriers. Tap into that. What I talk about is me. I got your back. But you can't do everything like I do because it just ain't gonna work. You gotta tap into you. It's like when I used to train, people be like, you know what? I want to be this big, but I want to be this body frame, but I want to weigh this much. I want to weigh 150 or 220. Okay. All right. Well, what if I get you the same, but it might not be the weight that you desire? What if it's 10 pounds heavier or 10 pounds lighter? Would you still want it? You got to stand on what's best for you. So that question stuck out to me. Like I said, don't be a duplicate. Find your own mojo and twist it and go for it. Now, all the other people who I've looked at, absolutely. But I get my own shit from me. My own motivation. My life, my past. And I'm still going through the same journey. Because what I notice, people expect you to look a certain way. And when you see me, you may see me looking differently. But when you don't see me, what do I look like? So that's the question that I always think about. Like, man, you don't see what I'm struggling with. Like how many times I break down. Like, people don't see that. And it's okay if they don't. No one will understand what you're going through. Not unless you tell them. And even if you did tell them, they still wouldn't understand. So don't be a duplicate. Find your own mojo. But see what I do. See, I like people are wishy-washy. See, I wear these bands, these two bands, all the time, every day. I don't put them down and then sometimes wear them, or sometimes put them on. I ain't sometimes. I wear these faithfully, even when I go to bed. And sometimes if I do wear these when I go to bed, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and take them off because I can feel them. But anyway, but nobody knows why I wear two. See, I used to wear one. Then I started wearing two. Then I went back to one, and then I went back to two. But nobody knows why I wear two. See, I wear this one. I wear them on different arms for different reasons. I wear this one on my right because I'm strong. I'm right hand strong. My strength. I wear this one on my left because it's near my heart, and that's to go out to everybody else who's going through the battle. So only my strength can help you. So that's why I wear two. Like I said, you can't pick and choose when you want to wear these. I wear them all the time. It's fine. People do. I know people who have these. They wear them when they feel like it. That's fine. I wear it every day. Like I'm proudly wearing these. There's three types of people, or three types of birds, I should say. You have the eagle that flies high in altitude, flies alone. Other birds try to fly with him, but once they go up to a certain altitude, them other birds or people fall off, and he just coasts. It's majestic to him, to the eagle. Then you have the buzzard. See, the buzzard steps on other people to get what they want. But they can't fly high, but they step on top of you to get what they need to get. It's a buzzard. But the worst kind of bird is the turkey. See, the turkey got wings and can't even fly. He just profiles, meaning pretending to be something that he or she is not. So which bird do you want to be? You choose. The eagle, the buzzard, or the turkey. And whichever one you choose, I love you either way. So that question I say really, really touched me. It made me think. And now I get why I'm supposed to teach differently. See, it's not what you see, it's what you don't see. Yeah, I have bad days, absolutely. And even if you talk to me, I'm going to tell you I'm okay. And then 5 minutes later, as I get to talking to you, I'm probably going to go lay in the bed or suffer what I'm suffering through. There's a lot of pain with this, a lot of discomfort. But I'm not going to keep saying it over and over again. And I think that's one of my hiccups. I'm not going to keep saying, what I'm going through over and over again. I think if I say it once, twice, maybe you'll catch it. So hopefully that helps. Hope that question, the answer to that question, somehow help. Another question I got, I had some pretty good questions. What have I learned from people going through this journey? And I could probably go on an hour for that and still wouldn't even touch bases. Because when you touch on one topic, it's probably 5 other subtopics under that. What have I learned from people going through this journey? First thing I'll say is I'm learning now to accept people how they are. And you can't change people. Don't need to argue. You may argue, scream, cuss, fuss, whatever you may do to them, but at the end of the day, you can't change people. Now, what you can do is teach them how you work, and if it works out, it works out. If not, then so be it. But you can't change people. Just accept them for what they are. If people hear you, they'll listen. They'll try. So I've learned that. I've also learned with this. That's with family and with friends. This is mentally exhausting. And I'm not saying I am expecting any forgiveness or any sympathy. I'm saying that a lot of things I changed because I'm looking at the longer picture, you know. Sure, I can still do anything. I still can do everything that I used to do. But shit get old. And shit don't even motivate me anymore. But I've learned how to sit. I've learned how to sit and be still. See, I used to, you know, if I just dig back a little bit deeper and further in my past, I was always on the go. Man, I was always on the go. Just because I don't talk about it, I mean, I ain't do it. I ain't forget how. It just don't serve me no more. And when stuff don't serve you no more, you know, people that are used to you being a certain way, they don't like you like that. They want to bring you back down to where you at. And that's fine until they realize that you're not joking. And then you become irrelevant. Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, I'm looking for no sympathy. I'm looking for you to, you know, kiss my ass. I'm not trying to kiss your ass, but sometimes it's just, hey man, just let me get right. But that don't serve me no more. That shit was years ago. I don't do the same thing no more. Not that I don't know how. I laugh. Like, you really have no idea. But I serve a different purpose. I put all those things behind me. I just learned people just like to keep you at the same place. Some things I still do, I just do differently. I do a lot differently. And I'm thankful for learning. You know, one thing, you know, about a fool is that he can recognize another fool because he or she was once a fool. So they recognize a fool, or they recognize whatever because they've been that. So I'm thankful for that question. I hope that answer was a couple of things that, you know, I shared a couple of things of what I've learned from people. I've also learned that people are hurting, man. I get caught up on people's faces. Like, I was going to the hospital for 12 weeks straight, 4 days a week. I was seeing people come in. I was looking at their face. The people who, their first time, or didn't have anybody there for them. Like, I see their faces, man, and that bothered me. So I learned people are going through, man. You just never know what someone's going through. And I also learned that every day somebody healthy at a flick of a switch can change. See, it's not up to me how long I'm here on earth or what I go through. It's up to the man upstairs. As they say, you know, heaven can wait, but don't you. I'm learning to come out my shell more. You know, like, I've always been a jokester. I've always been a jokester. I've always been able to make people laugh, and I do it differently now. But as they always say, there's truth in jokes. So be careful when you joke, or somebody telling you a joke. Could be some truth in it. So I learned those few things from people going through this journey. And psychologically, mentally, that affects you too, you know. I used to think I can go 4 or 5 days without talking to anybody or seeing anybody. I think it was normal. I used to think that. And that's because, for different reasons, I didn't feel like hearing what you was going to say, or I didn't feel like explaining what I was going through. But I thought that was normal. Easily can shut down. Like I said, simply just keep to yourself. So I've learned, in a nutshell, just to be the best of who you are. Everything's not going to be glorified. Everything is not going to be peachy. I also learned, you know, if you love somebody, tell them you love them. That's all. That's it. Tomorrow ain't promised for nobody. And you'll never want that feeling. And like I said, I'm telling you something that I know and not what I heard. So tell somebody you love them if you love them. If you love them. Like I said, without them telling you back. If you mean it. So I've learned those few things from people. You know? Also, like I said, you know, people are at different stages of their life. Just because there's a number by a person, or a number attached to a person, you say 47 or 40 or 50 or 60, just because you put a number to a person doesn't mean they're supposed to be at a certain place. Everybody gets, you know, everybody gets it differently when they get it. You know, I've heard some of the youngest millionaires that became millionaires, and then I've heard of the oldest people who became millionaires. I've heard of some younger people who opened a business. I heard of some older people who opened a business. Younger people bought a house. Some older people bought a house. In other words, it comes when it comes. It comes when it comes. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. I pray that for you. I know it's coming for you. I've been told. I know it's coming for me. I've been told. But I've been told to keep teaching, keep teaching, keep teaching, keep teaching. Stay the course. Stay the course. Stay the course. Because so many things have happened from me being in with this disease. So many positive things have happened. You know, when a man upstairs gonna get your attention, he gonna get your attention. He ain't say how he gonna get it. He just gonna get it. If that means sitting you down for a while, there it is. Like, I still battle. I'm like, yo, why? Yo, listen, I have conversations with the man. See, I have a direct line to him. So, you know, I talk to him often. And I'd be like, yo, I keep asking, why am I still going through this? Why? Why me? Why'd I have to lose my family from this? Why? I still have those battles, man. And then the next day he'll show me something positive, or I'll hear something that happened that I know that one of my angels are listed to me, and I can't explain it. I have 5 angels that watch over me, and I know each of their personalities, and I know when they are doing something or they're talking to me. I do. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm only being honest. So hopefully, if you're going through this journey, it's okay to have those weird thoughts, those weird experiences. your eyes are open to a lot of things, be glad that it's happening to you. Oh, that your eyes are open, that you get to see differently, right? You know, you going through this battle. You chose to go through this battle. Wear that with pride, man. Now, coming up, last month I didn't do my 5K run. I will be doing it this month. Third weekend of the month, I will be doing it. Hook or crook. It's May, so it should be no crook. 5K with the t-shirts, and doing it for everybody who is, you know, who's not here in spirit anymore, or not here in the presence anymore, but their spirit is. I have a lot of people's names that need to go on these t-shirts that I'm about to make, and I'll be doing a 5K every month. I'm going to do it the third weekend. 5K miles, whether you walk, run, whatever the case may do. And normally I do the first one by myself. But, you know, like I said, I will extend it this time to any and everyone. If you're able to join me, or if you can't join me, you walk somewhere by yourself in solitude. We walk together at the same time. So, get more details on that time, but it's the third Saturday in May. Something I also learned from going through this journey, the numbers are really, really big to me. I can tell a number. I don't even have to look at the calendar. I can tell when the date is coming, or when the time is coming. Certain things trigger me. This week has been, you know, this is the week. Yesterday was the day my mom was buried. The 22nd was the day she passed. I still struggle with that. So yeah, this is you know, like I said, yesterday was the day she was actually buried. Mother's Day is coming up here, and then her birthday. So certain things trigger me, certain dates trigger me, and I know they're coming. You know, and I don't know if that happens to anyone else out there besides me, about numbers. I want to send a prayer for those who are going through the journey, for those who just lost somebody that's going through the journey, because I do know that it's part of it, and I do know someone's parents or friends or cousins have been affected by this journey. I pray for you and your family. If there's anything I can do, reach out to me. So I send my prayers to you for strength. And for those that are dealing with someone who's going through the journey, be patient with them. Yeah, I say this over and over again. Be patient with them. Have it back. Call them and talk to them about something else. You know, it's no perfect, or there's no book on how this is supposed to go for anybody, right? There's only one person who can tell you what's happening, how it's going to happen. So like I said, I see the questions, and I will be answering those questions, but I want to, you know, just, like I said, I do have episodes I can put out. I'm just going to sit on for a minute, you know. Like I said, you know, back in the day when you heard a song back in the day, and then you hear when you're older, you be like, oh man, that song was dope. Maybe that's what I'm doing. I don't know. But like I said, I get my words from the man upstairs. He's been telling me to teach differently. So not only to teach differently, but to do differently. And that's what I'm going to do. But to see those questions, like, and I said, there's a whole lot of questions on there. Some are, I think I said this before. It's a lot of relationship questions on there, and I'm not sure if I would answer those. Like I said, this is not a place for relationships. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know, but not that's some of the questions I saw. But I will answer them though. Yeah. Like I said, coming up, I keep saying this, and I've been putting people on ice, but it's time to really bring them to the forefront. It's really starting to get this thing going. You start hearing from other people, and then, instead of talking about me, you can hear from other people what they're going through or the things they want to share about their journey. And if you are one of the people who want to come on, inbox me, send me an email. I definitely get with you. But you're going to have to, one of the criteria is that you're going to have a laptop, so we can, a laptop with a camera on it. That's the only way that I know of through the software that I have. I don't think we can do it phone to phone. I don't think. Never know. Maybe a phone call. I don't know, but that's one of the criteria. You have to have a laptop with a camera on it. So, like I said, a software. They'll be able to see you and hear you. Whether they looking on YouTube or they listening on Spotify Radio. So, thank you for Spotify Radio for allowing me to share my platform and my gift to others. I'm appreciative. If you listen to me on Spotify, thank you for listening to me. I don't know who you are now, unless you're saying you are. But I've been getting the hits from Spotify. Hey, where you at? People looking for you. I got it. YouTube, thanks for looking. If you're looking at me, I appreciate you out there. Good to see you. Like I said, I am appreciative. I will cover this one last thing before I get out of here. A lot of people are asking about, hair. Now, I lost my hair twice. And this time, I was losing it. And I decided I wasn't going to cut it. I didn't want to do that no more. Now, I cut my beard down real low. And I was preparing for it, just in case if it did, it was going to fall out on its own. But it is just hair. You get it back. It'll come back thicker and stronger, just like you will. Hopefully your taste come back. Hydrate yourself. Popsicles, Pedialyte popsicles. Moisturizing cream. Sleep. Rest. Write a book. Look at some old TV shows. Listen to some music. Get up and dance. If you can, walk around the house. If you can, at your pace. Keep some mobility. Keep yourself going. Don't stay in that dark place. Come out of there. Staying there for too long. Come out of there. It's okay to be in a dark space for a little bit, but don't stay in there. Come on out. I'm appreciative of you listening. I'm humbled that you are listening to me. Whether you're listening to me or you're seeing me, I want to thank you. Like I said, you start seeing these shows come back, these episodes back to back to back to back now. But I started today. I do have stuff I could post, but I'm not. Alright. I'd like to thank you, brothers and sisters, for a lovely evening. Never have you gave so much to so many. I appreciate y'all. And I'll catch y'all in traffic next time. Exhale. Peace.